Want to make a band? It's a lot of work, okay? Step one is that you do all of the work, front load all of the work. You make the music. If you have to write the lyrics, if you have to write the vocal parts, do that. Do as much as possible and make it absolutely undeniable that if somebody is looking for this type of band, that this is the only project that makes sense to them, because they're going to have to do very little work on their end. Okay, so cool. So step one is that you make the music and you do all of the front load, all of the work. Step two, you find the most popular band in your area that is similar style to what you're looking for. Find the most popular person in that band, probably going to be the singer, and then you're going to go through their entire friends list on Facebook, and you're going to go through their entire friends list on Instagram, and you're going to go through their entire friends list on TikTok, and you're going to message every single person that has a guitar in their picture, a drum in their picture, whatever it is that you're looking for. And you're going to message all of them, every single one of them, okay? And it doesn't matter if they're in your area or not. It could pan out. They could be willing to drive, whatever. And then you're like, oh man, but that's a lot of work. Okay, well, you want to make a band? That's what you're going to do, is a lot of work, okay? So the thing next you're going to do is heavily vet these people, okay? You're going to get a lot of responses that are like, yeah, absolutely, and then they're never going to respond again. Cool, move on. Then you're going to get a lot of responses that are like, oh, yeah, I'd love to do that, and they're going to send you a video and they're going to suck, and you're going to move on. And you're going to get another video and you're going to be like, oh, this guy's pretty good, and then he's just going to dip, and you move on. I'm telling you this because I've formed multiple bands, and every time I've went to do that, I've had zero problem finding artists. And yeah, I'm like near Orlando, Florida, okay? So it sounds like it's very popular. But there's so many people that are already in bands that nobody's looking to be in another band, and they're not looking for another band that sucks, okay, to be in. So you gotta make good music. You have to make it up front and be like, hey, this is the sound, this is what we're doing, this is what it sounds like, okay? Are you in or are you out? And then you have to go through an extreme amount of work to find the 1 or 2 or 4 people that you need that are gonna maybe do some work on their end. Maybe, okay? And don't even assume they're gonna do work, okay? Because at the end of it, you gotta be the guy that's just, or the girl that's just like, yo, I do it. I don't care. This is what I want to do. If I gotta drag 4 bodies behind me that can play the instrument, I don't give a fuck. I'll do it. And the thing is with that kind of energy that you're going to do it anyways, you're going to find, one, probably the right people, or at least somewhat close to the right people. People that are willing to be there and do the thing. 2, you're going to know when somebody's a waste of your time, okay? And then you're going to be able to just, move on. And it's going to come together a lot quicker than you waiting and hoping that somebody in your area just plays your instruments and the things that you want to do, and maybe they're going to help write the music too. Like, nobody's joining a fantasy project, okay? Nobody's joining like, hey, we're 20-something, we're 30, do you want to make a band that's like, what do you think it should be? I don't know. I don't want, like, if I wanted to do that, I would have done it. So, like, you got to do it up front. Be like, this is what we do. Here's what I want. And then, like, people are like, oh, well, this guy's willing to do some work. Like, I don't have that much time in my life. So, like, if he's willing to do some work, I'm willing to join him in the work that he's willing to do. And again, the point is not to be the only one forever, to be the one running the ship and all that and doing all the decision making and making all the moves and shit. But you do gotta, at some point, become the person who's just gonna start the plane and get driving. Like, even if you don't know how to do, start the propeller and go. Like, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna start itself, and they're not gonna start it for you. And if they did start it for you, they probably have their own band members and moved on, because then they don't need you anymore. So start your own thing. Do the thing quick. Come on.